this channel. This is further math question and we are going to solve it now. It is very simple. Now what is the question? The question says that if the root of the equation x squared plus bx plus c equal to 0 are alpha and beta, and that of x squared plus mbx plus m squared c equal to 0 are p and q, show that the equation whose roots are alpha beta plus beta q and alpha q plus beta p is this. Now this question asks us to do what? To show, that is, we should prove that the equation whose roots are this and this is this. Now how are you going to solve this thing? It's very simple. Please, if you are listening or if you are watching this, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I will be dropping some important videos that it will be useful for you. It will help you. Please, this question is very simple, and I want you all to listen and listen good. Follow the steps, we are going to get it. Now what is the first thing we are going to do? We can say that from the first equation, what is the first equation? The first equation is what? This, which is x squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Because the root of this equation is alpha and beta, right? Now you can find the sum of the roots. So alpha plus beta, sum of the root. For us to find sum of the root is what? Minus b over a. We have, now from this thing, what's our b? Our b is what? Our b is 2b. So we have minus b over a. What's our a? Our a is what? 1. Is over 1. So we can say that alpha plus beta now is what? Is minus b, comma, alpha, the product of the root, which is alpha beta. Our product of the root is always c over a. The formula for that is c over a. Sum of the root is what? Minus b over a, and our a here is what? 1. Our b is what? Still b. For this thing, we have c over a. What is our a? Our a is the coefficient of x squared, which is what? 1, equal to what? This thing, c over 1 is the same thing as what? As c. Are you getting it now? It is very simple. From the first equation, so our alpha plus beta equal to what? Minus b, and alpha beta equal to what? C. Now from the second equation, what is the second equation? Our second equation is what? This. Now we have x squared plus mbx plus m squared c equal to 0. The roots are what? P and q. So sum of the root, p plus q, is the same thing as what? Minus b over a. And what's our a here? Also 1. And what is minus b? Minus b here is mb, because we have x here. So minus b is what? We have minus mb over 1, because our a is 1. So we can write it as what? Minus mb. Now pq, that is product of the root, because the root of this equation is p and q. Pq, which is product of the root, is now what? Is now m squared c. So we have m squared c. Now the required equations root. So let me just write it. The required equations what? Root are, the required equations roots are what? The equations roots here are what? Are this and this. Let us write it. So alpha p plus beta q and what? And alpha q plus beta p. Now this is these two, this and this, as the what required equations roots, and for us to find the sum of this, so sum is now what? Sum is alpha p, that is we have to add we have to add this one and this one together, so which is alpha p plus what? Plus beta q plus alpha q plus beta p. This plus this will give you this. Now we can simplify it because we have p here, we have p here. We can say that alpha p plus beta p plus beta q plus what? Alpha q. Now what is common here? P is common. We can factor out p. So we have what? Alpha plus beta in the bracket what? P plus q is common here. We can factor out q. We can say that alpha plus beta again, because we have alpha and beta here. So in the bracket what? Q is still the same thing. Now look at this. Don't forget that your alpha plus beta, and we have alpha plus beta here, alpha plus beta here, is still the same thing. So we can say that our final answer is just take one alpha plus what? Beta. So just say that alpha plus beta and what? Take this p and q into bracket what? P plus q. That is the word sum. And don't forget that your alpha plus beta here, from this thing we have derived, alpha plus beta is what? Minus b. So this alpha plus beta is what? Minus b, open bracket. P plus q is what? Minus mb, into bracket what? Minus mb. And leave this one. This is the what? This is the sum of the what? Of the roots. Now product of the root now is the same thing as what? We have to multiply this and this. And this thing, from this product, you have to listen good, because some people will find it very difficult. It's very, very simple. I just want you to listen good. Now what are we going to do? We have alpha p plus beta q in the bracket alpha q plus beta p. Are you getting it now? So we have something like this. Now use this thing, first one, to multiply this and this. Then you take this second one to multiply this and this. How are you going to do that? Alpha, this thing, I want to use this one now to multiply this. What are we going to do? Alpha times alpha will give you what? Alpha square. P times q will give you what? Pq. Now take this one again to multiply this one. Alpha times beta is what? Alpha beta and what? P square plus this one again. We use it to multiply this and this. So we have alpha beta q square. I get it now. Plus this and this. We have beta square pq. I get it now. That is it. And from this thing, you see that we have pq here. We also have pq here. Bring it together. So we have alpha square pq plus beta square pq plus, take it like this. You can do something like this. It's allowed because you have what? Put plus here. Then what do we have next? Alpha beta p square plus alpha beta q square. I get it now. So what are we now going to write? From this now, you see that we have pq here. You can factor out pq and pq. Then you have your what? You have your alpha square. Yes, you have your alpha square plus beta square into bracket what? Pq. From this, alpha square plus beta square, because pq is common to both, so factor it out. Now from that plus another, what is common here? What is common? alpha beta is common, so you can say that you have your what? P square plus what? Q square in the bracket, this is the bracket what? Alpha beta. Now this thing has identity. Don't forget that if you have a square plus b square is the same thing as a plus b everything square. I get it now. A plus b everything square plus 2ab plus 2ab. So this thing we can get it as what? Alpha plus beta everything square plus 2 alpha beta. Do it that everything here, let me just put bracket like this. Everything here is multiplying what? PQ. Let me put it like this so that we are going to get it very well. Now this plus again, plus this p square plus q square, you can also write it like as this form, which is what? P plus q everything square plus 2pq. Then everything, let me put another big bracket. So everything is multiplying what? Is multiplying this alpha plus beta. Then put your bracket back. It's very simple. Now from there, don't worry that your PQ, what is your PQ? Your PQ is what? M square C, and your P plus Q is what? Minus MB. Your alpha plus beta is minus B. Your alpha beta is what? C. Now alpha plus beta from this thing, what is alpha plus beta? Minus B. So we have put it here. Alpha plus beta is what? Minus B square. I get it now. Plus 2 alpha beta. Alpha beta is what? C. So plus 2c, because alpha beta is what? C. Are you getting it now? It's very simple. So this thing now is multiplying PQ. And what is our PQ from this place? Our PQ is what? M square C. Put it there. M square C. Then for this one we have plus P plus Q from this place. P plus Q is what? Minus MB. So put it. So we have minus MB everything what? Square plus 2PQ from this. PQ is what? M square C. So M square C. So that everything, this thing is multiplying alpha beta, and your alpha beta is what? C. Put it there. Our alpha beta is what? C. You can see that this thing is very, very simple. Now from there we can now simplify it. This alpha minus b square. Minus b square simply means, let me do that here. Minus b square simply means minus b times minus b, and that will give you what? Minus times minus will give you plus, and we have b square. So we can say that this is what? B square. I get it now. Plus 2c. Everything is multiplying m square c. Plus now minus mb square. Minus mb square is the same thing as what? Minus mb plus what? M times what? Minus mb. Minus mb, and we are going to have minus will give you what? Plus m times m will give you what? M square and what? B square. So we have m square b square for this thing alone plus 2m square c. Everything here is multiplying this c. Don't forget. Now use this one to multiply this, and use this one to multiply this. Then use this one to multiply c, and use this one to multiply this c. What do we have? You have b square m square c for this one plus 2m square c square for this one plus now this one m square b square, we have c plus 2m square c square. I get it now. Now look at this. We have this here. This and this, they are the same thing. So you can say that we have 2b square m square c, because this and what? This are the same thing. So this, and we have coefficient of 1 here, the coefficient of 1 here. So you can just say that 1 plus 1 is 2, then write that thing because they are common. So plus this one also and this one, they are common. This, let me just put this for this, they are common. Why this for this are common? So because we have 2 here, 2 plus 2 will give you what? 2 plus 2 will give you 4. So we have 4m square, 4m square, then c square. There is square here, 4m square, c square. Please take note of this. 4m square, what? Now, from this now, what do we have? We have 2m square. What do we have there? We have what? We have 2b square m square c plus 4m square c square. As I was saying, you can see that we have 2 here. We also have 2 in 4. There's 2 can go in 4. We have m square here. We have m square here. We have ordinary c here. We have c square. Now you now see that there is something in common. What is that in common? We have 2m square c. So into bracket what? B square. Know that we don't have b here, but we have b here, but we don't have it here. B square plus 2c. By factorization, it's very, very simple. If you factorize, this is what you are going to get. So because 2 here, if you multiply this thing with this, you are going to get this. If you multiply this with this, you are going to get this. You are still on the way. So our product now, product equal to 2m square c into bracket b square plus 2c. Please take note of this b square. It's very simple. Now, for us to now form equation, what are we going to do? We are going to see that for us to form equation, we use this formula to form a quadratic equation. S square, I get it now. S square minus sum of root x plus what? Product of root equal to what? 0. Equal to 0. This is formula. If you want to form a quadratic equation, use this formula. S square minus sum of the roots x, don't forget to put x, plus product of roots. And we have s square minus, what is sum of this root? Sum of this root is what? From this sum. What is our final answer? Now, this thing and this thing, they can multiply each other. If you multiply it, what are you going to have? Minus minus will give you what? Plus. And we have mb square. This is sum. mb square. So put it there. We have mb square in the bracket what? X plus product of the root. What is the product? This is the product. Just write it. 2m square c into bracket b square plus 2c equal to 0. Now, if you now do something, you have x square minus mb square x plus 2m square c in the bracket what? B square plus 2c. And this is your final answer. You have formed the equation. Let us now check if we are correct. Now go back to the question. We have s square. We also have what? S square. We have minus mb square x. We have minus mb square x plus, we have plus 2m square c. 2m square c. This is it. 2m square. Now we have this. And we have, you can see that it's correct. Now this is what? You now can see that this is what? Proved. This is your final answer. And this question is further math. It's very, very simple. You just have to follow the steps. And please, if you are watching this, make sure you subscribe. If you subscribe, I'm going to be dropping a lot of further math questions for you guys. Please make sure you subscribe. Please. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you.